Alright. Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. This is the first time I'm trying something like this. First time with a capture card, first time with, well, really everything. Also one of the first times I've actually done ranked battles. I mean, I've played them off and on for a while, but I don't tend to do very well. However, this time I've developed a strategy that actually has been winning me a lot, and I wanted to show it to you guys. I'm aware that in this current season you can have one normally unbanned legendary, and so this is the main team I've been using. This second team here I actually have not actually used yet, but I will show it to you guys in a later video. For now, I'm going to give you guys a brief rundown of how this team works. It's mostly just a lot of Pokemon I like. There's a few that I think are just kind of there because they're good, I suppose. But like Latias and Scizor are my favorite Pokemon, so I'll always try to fit them on a team as often as I can. For example, it's basically my own blend of a hyper offense team. I notice I tend to not do very good against hyper offense. I tend to Dynamax late, and as a result, I don't do very well. But this time, I feel like it's going to be a lot different. I've won the majority of my battles so far. I've lost a few. There was a few very good reads on my opponent's part. But yeah, I've got some confidence. Let's see if I can make anything work this time. Alright, they've got Calyrex. I've seen a lot of Calyrex lately. I'm not super nervous about Calyrex, honestly. And Hitmontop, I'm sure, is this there for like faking out, spinning, and Intimidate, but Zacian's Interpret Sword doesn't. With Zacian's Interpret Sword, I'm not very worried about Intimidate very much. Moltres might start them off. That might be trouble because Latias is my main D-Max lead, but she's not super good against Dark types. So I think I'm going to have Zacian lead us out, but actually, I think I'm going to start out with Regigigas. I have a good feeling this time. I'm nervous that there seems to be a lot of Pokemon that Latias is not super good against. I'm nervous that if I bring her out, then I might be in trouble. Although, on the other hand, they might successfully read my my plan. I think I'll take Rotom in my last slot. Rotom is just there mostly as a way to cover my weaknesses. Fire types are a pretty big problem for this team because I have a lot of Steel types. So by having Rotom, I feel like I'm able to cover that a little bit better. Alright, let's see what happens. Okay. I'm not sure if they properly predicted this, but I've got a good feeling about this. I've got Neutralizing Gas ready. And since Colossal's 4 times weak to Earthquake, I'm going to go ahead and use Earthquake right now. I'm going to take full advantage of that opportunity. I'll go ahead and Protect as Weezing, because since it has Neutralizing Gas, sadly that means it is not immune to Ground-type moves, and that's always a problem. Looks like they're going to be going for G-Max Colossal, I'm just going to guess. I'm a huge fan of Wolf Leak videos, so I can definitely see why he's made Colossal become a lot more popular nowadays. Now, despite me mentioning that this is basically a hyper offense team, I decided not to D-Max Regigigas because I've had a bit of trouble with that sometimes. Although it looks like they're going for a Weakness Policy Steam Engine, not a huge shock for me, honestly. That might knock out Regigigas, but looks like I still have the speed advantage, so that's good for me. Looks like they did not actually have Steam Engine. That was kind of interesting, actually. Volcalith goes down, goes for, I'm assuming Regigigas. Actually, no, it goes for Weezing. This is really good for me. I have noticed that most people, when I use this strategy, tend to go after Weezing first, because as you guys probably realize, as soon as Weezing goes down, all abilities take effect again, meaning that sadly Regigigas is no longer useful for really anything. However, since Regigigas is still in right now, I have the speed advantage. And so now that I know that Colossal does not have Steam Engine, I'm going to go ahead and Dynamax Regigigas right now. And I'll go ahead and use a Poison type move on Primarina. This Weezing does not have very much poison, excuse me, does not have very much special attack investment, but I think it'll do at least a little bit of damage to Primarina. I guess we'll see. Since all Primarina is done right now is just use Aqua Jet, I don't know for sure what it's going to be capable of doing. I'm going to have to assume it's going to be a bulky Pokemon because it's pretty much just there to set off Colossal. So I guess we'll just see what happens in a moment here. I'll be honest, I kind of wanted to be able to show you guys my Latias and Zacian combo, but frankly this seems to be working just fine. I'm able to go first. Very helpful. That'll be the end of their Colossal. And I've got an early lead. This is very good for me. Hopefully I can keep the momentum going. That special defense boost is nice too, of course. I'm aware that Galarian Weezing also has neutralizing gas, but, you know, I kind of prefer regular Weezing. It has to do with the fact that it's shiny, honestly. I caught that shiny Weezing in Pokemon Go and brought it over a little while later. I just like shining Weezing. Something about that green just really works. I think it's just the purple gas. Oh, whatever. I like it, whatever it is. Okay, we're looking at 4-2. We're off to a great start here. Let's see what their next two Pokemon are. Alright, Rillaboom, and... Unfortunately, I do not tremendously recognize these names. Okay, there's Calyrex. I did expect that. But I should be okay. Even though Calyrex is very fast and very strong, I think that with my special defense boost, among other things, I should be able to one-shot it with Max Darkness, which I'm going to be trying to do right now. I am nervous that they might try to go after Weezing, so I'm going to go ahead and Protect again. Because once again, as soon as Weezing goes down, Regigigas loses... Oh, they forfeited. Well, that was quite a first battle for us, honestly. I was not expecting that at all. Okay, that was a great first start for us. Hopefully we can get another win in a moment here. I'll go ahead and check the Podium Traders battle team. I always like kind of looking at what they do. Sometimes I feel kind of bad because every once in a while, like some of them do not have like EV investments, and I feel kind of bad. Anyway, that did seem to go pretty well for us. Let's go ahead and try again. Hopefully I'll be able to show you guys the Latias strat I was talking about this time. Alright. 7 wins out of 10 so far. Definitely my best record so far. I'm glad to know that this team is relatively versatile. I don't have to commit to using Latias and Zacian every time. Once again, though, I'm very nervous about fire types, and this team is absolutely full of them. So this definitely looks like a good opportunity for me to be leading with Latias. I could... Perhaps instead, actually, I might actually use Regigigas and Weezing again, because Regigigas is Earthquake, and most of these Pokemon are very weak against ground types. I'm aware that Cinderace is probably not going to end up being Fire type by the time everything's said and done, but yet, I have a very good feeling about this. Sadly, I love Scizor, but I refuse to use it in any match where there's Fire types. It's just countered so hard by Fire types, it's just not worth it. Although Latias has a Water type move. And if I do intend on Dynamaxing Latias, then I'll be able to set up Rain, and that'll make my water types more powerful. I don't often see mono types, actually. This is pretty interesting to me. Hopefully this will work out okay. This will probably be the last battle on this video before I try uploading it. First time doing a video like this. I apologize in advance if it's a little rough, but hopefully for his first video it's been a good experience. Hopefully my voice is going through okay and everything. Seems like they're definitely a little bit nervous about what I've got prepared for them. They're probably not expected to see Scizor though. I have considered using an Akaberry on Scizor, but sadly that gives up recovery that I really need. You see, that Scizor is primarily, it has almost complete defense investment, which is nice, except as a result, it's pretty slow, and it doesn't really do that much damage without Swords Dance. So without recovery with Search's Berry, it has a hard time staying in because it can tend to get knocked out too quickly. Well, less so when there's less things that counter it, I suppose. Alright, looks like we're going against a Dynamax Colossal. I'm just assuming we're going against another G-Max Colossal. I could be wrong, but I think that's a good assumption. I'm also going to assume they're going straight after Weezing again. Well, I already know what to do. I'm going to go ahead and Protect with Weezing and Earthquake with Regigigas and see if we can get some good damage off at the beginning here. I don't usually see Blacephalon. I believe it's a Ghost type as well as Fire. But I'm pretty sure it just has Beast Boost, so it's not going to be immune to our ground type attacks. Alright, they're going to go ahead and Dynamax. I'm going to assume it's Colossal, probably. I will admit, I do see a lot of G-Max Colossal. And sure enough, that's exactly what it is. Well, there's no surprise, honestly. G-Max Volcolith is very powerful, and very talented players like Wolf Glick have definitely shown how amazing Colossal can be. I'm hoping that I'm able to show how amazing Latias can be. Alright, they start out with Mind Blown, which I believe hits everybody. Okay, it does. Oh, I think I figured out what their effect is now. Lucky for me, Regigigas still has a lead with, Oh, I'm so dumb. I just realized what's up. I just realized that the reason it's not getting its speed buff is because of Weezing. Because neutralizing gas is on the field, Steam Engine is not activating. I don't know why I never realized that. Sadly, they are going straight after Regigigas, so Regigigas is going down, but that's okay. Because without that speed buff, Colossal's not going to be doing very much to us. I'm going to go ahead and bring out Latias. It seems like a good opportunity for me. As long as that Colossal does not outspeed us, we still have a good chance of winning this. Heatran is definitely a problem, especially in sunlight. But I'm about to use Latias's Max Geyser, which will hopefully make those fire types do a lot less damage. It'd be great if I'm able to one-shot a Colossal with this, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to. I will try, though. Sadly, I've had to give up most of Weezing's offensive moves. I can't do anything at all to Heatran. I could try Pain Splitting with it, I suppose, but that probably isn't a good idea. I think I'm going to go ahead and just attack Colossal. Just in the hopes that I'm able to knock it out if it isn't knocked out already. Alright, awesome. This is sort of similar to what I was trying to do earlier. My normal strategy with this team is to have Zacian use Brutal Swing, which not only hits both enemy Pokemon, but also hits Latias. The only problem is it does do a fair amount of damage to Latias. But I'll take any opportunity I have to make Latias viable. Latias is my favorite Pokemon, and I will try to fit her into any deck I make. Excuse me, any team I make. Oh no! It barely did not knock out Colossal. But it did set up Rain, so that's good for us at least. I'm hoping that Weezing get attacked before Colossal does, but it does not. And that's okay. Okay, that's honestly kind of incredible. Heatran just knocked out its own ally. Alright, we're doing great here. Oh no, we got a burn, but that's okay. So thankfully, since Latias is primarily a special attacker, the burn does not bother us, especially since he's Dynamaxed. Alright, we have a nice little lead here. Our Dynamax is still around for 2 more turns. They've got something else they need to answer us with. Let's see what they do. Alright, here comes Chandelure. Okay, my weakness policy has not been activated, but this Latias does have a fair amount of special attack investment, so combined with the boost from the rain, I think we're definitely going to be able to get some good damage off here. I think I'm going to go after Chandelure. Even though Heatran's very strong, I've got a good feeling about this. The only problem is obviously that, once again, Weezing has nothing against Heatran. So I'm probably just going to go ahead and Sludge Bomb Chandelure again. For some reason, I believe that Heatran will not be able to do very much to us. I'm wondering if that may be a bad idea, but I am of course aware that Chandelure has a type advantage over Latias. So we definitely want to get rid of Chandelure as fast as possible. Awesome. Alright, looks like it had a Focus Sash. Yes. That's okay. I'm aware that Chandelure is... Yeah, I was kind of nervous about that. But this is completely fine. This Latias also has a lot of hit point investment. She's not super fast, but most of her EVs are in hit points, which is really good for us, because her special defense is naturally incredible, and now their weakness policy has been activated. I'll be able to use that buff to do even more damage with my next Max Geyser. In fact, I'm pretty much going after Heatran next turn, unless, of course, their 4th Pokemon changes things up for us. I'm honestly thrilled to be able to use Latias like this. This same Latias is one that I caught from Pokemon Pokemon Emerald, and I used her in Mount Battle. I am so sorry. I completely forgot that they only have one Pokemon left. And that was another forfeit. We win again. Honestly, fantastic. Definitely one of the best first two matches I could have asked for. I feel kind of silly that I wasn't actually able to show you guys the main strategy I developed for this team, but yet the fact we had such good victories, it's really awesome, honestly. Probably my next video, I'll go a little bit more in depth in what this team is exactly supposed to do. But I'm hoping that what you guys have seen here is enough to show you that Latias is so cool, and I really love using her every opportunity I get. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm hoping that I'm able to do more videos like this very soon. Thank you.